Main event time here at When Stars Collide, and there he is, your good buddy Disco.
Still looks great after all these years. What great shape he's in, Joe, huh?
One of the biggest superstars in wrestling history. No doubt about it, Kevin Nash comes to FSW. He's going straight to the top, going after Tyshaun Prince.
Well, certainly so. I mean, if Tyshaun Prince wants to be the best, he's got to wrestle the best. He's got one of the greatest of all time here in front of him.
A badass Tyshaun Prince has got to be, there's got to be butterflies in the stomach taking on a man with the stature of Kevin Nash.
Yes, obviously.
You know, Sally can play it off all he likes. But back in the days at the Nitro Grill grand opening, Kevin Nash was there, Sally was there, I was there back in the day, probably in about 2001, Disco.
So was LV Rush.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
And my good friend Alex Wright, and that's where I met Alex Wright.
Alex Wright.
As he was sitting on the sidelines with the Berlin character for a while.
But we saw in the Lava Lounge earlier in the show, where Rush came out to confront Nash, and Nash had met Rush at the Nitro Grill and told Rush that he should maybe go to school and go to college instead of becoming a professional wrestler.
I thought it was a edition of Mullets Are Us.
Yes.
I proudly had one of those back in the day. Now you can tell with the hairline I got now. And there he is, the FSW Heavyweight Champion, Tyshaun Prince. The biggest challenge to date. We have seen him in with big men. He has taken on the likes of Alcatraz as well as Rush in the past. But this is the first time that Tyshaun Prince will be looking up to his opponent.
And he's wrestling a guy, Joe, that has main evented WrestleManias. This Kevin Nash has main evented pay-per-views in major organizations like the WWE and WCW.
You know, there is no doubt about it. Tyshaun Prince has his hands full.
Right, but obviously, let's look at what we got here. Tyshaun Prince is obviously younger and probably stronger than Kevin Nash.
Correct.
I wouldn't say bigger. They're arguing, Kevin's a little bit taller, but they're probably about the same weight. But from a psychological, mental standpoint,
look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Nash is seeing how good the FSW title looks on.
Look pretty good. Look at the chest and delts on Kevin,
yes.
Huh? It's good when you bring some of these old-time, well, I wouldn't say old-timer because he's obviously still competing at a very high level, and you bring in these guys, and they look good, Joe. Like you book some guys sometimes, some of these guys are still hanging on, you see the movie like Mickey Rourke and the Wrestler and stuff.
Absolutely.
So some of these guys come in there, and they really just they're not worth what you're paying them because they haven't really kept up the physical appearance and presented themselves as a professional wrestler needs to be presented in the ring. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
And what do you think about the way Kevin Nash looks
Kevin Nash, well worth the money that he is being paid to perform. Have to personally thank you, Disco Inferno, for setting up the connection.
Yes.
And, things were very smooth. Kevin Nash, the people loved him at the Fan Fest earlier.
Right.
Very personable, one thing about Kevin Nash. Very good to the fans. They were very excited about the experience that they had.
Yes, and look at this. We're seeing that the strength matchup here. We're going to see who the stronger man is, Joe. And it looks like Tyshaun's got the edge, but Kevin with the leverage. Smart move.
And again, Kevin Nash is the smarter guy, the craftier guy. Anything that Tyshaun Prince thinks he can do to turn around a match by possibly cheating, Kevin Nash has done 100 times. Maybe
and I know
1,000
personally,
times.
I've talked to Paulie, and Paulie has spent Sally. I talked to Sally, and Sally has spent a considerable amount of time prepping for this. Looked at a lot of tapes, a lot of old WrestleMania DVDs, WCW DVDs, and trying to find the weak spot in Kevin Nash. And there we go, a cheap shot by Tyshaun.
A big blow to the midsection, and he feels, and I believe, without talking to them, that the strategy of Tyshaun Prince, even though he's a big man, is to wear down Kevin Nash, being that he is a little older and he's the younger stud, Tyshaun Prince, that if this match goes longer, it has a better opportunity for Tyshaun to retain.
Obviously.
But Kevin Nash, can he get up Tyshaun Prince for the big jack?
Wow, Tyshaun just knocked him right out of the ring with that big forearm to the side of the head.
And, to be honest with you, I don't know when the last time Kevin Nash maybe fought a guy of Tyshaun Prince's
It's been a
stature.
while. I'll be honest, I'll tell you that. I talked to Kevin about this, and I told him, I said, you're not, Tyshaun Prince ain't no pushover. I mean, you're coming in here, you're facing a guy that could really, if you're not bringing your A game, you can get hurt. Tyshaun Prince can hurt people.
There's no doubt Tyshaun Prince is one of the top wrestlers without a contract in TNA or WWE in the United States. This is a man who turned down an offer from the WWE.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. He felt that they were lowballing.
Really?
And if they wanted a man of his stature, they needed to come up with a little bit of corn.
Well, I sure hope he's not showing him this highlight reel right now if he wants to renegotiate, Joe, because Kevin Nash should take it to Tyshaun Prince right now.
And again, Tyshaun Prince has never been manhandled this way.
No, I've never seen a manhandle like this.
And there's also the possibility that Tyshaun Prince underestimates Kevin Nash.
The first time we've actually visually seen Tyshaun Prince on the defensive against a bigger guy.
Kevin Nash, very slow and methodical, just doing what it takes. As we see with the younger guys, they're always in a rush. Kevin Nash is not going to make a dumb mistake and do something stupid to put his offensive prowess in jeopardy.
Of course not.
Looks like might be for the picture perfect elbow. There it is. And Tyshaun Prince is reeling. Trying to reverse it, Tyshaun Prince, but he gets up the big boot.
Oh, and a big clothesline by Tyshaun, and there's the impact. There's the impact, Joe.
And big, sexy Kevin Nash going down the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he almost got him, Joe.
And Tyshaun Prince knew if he can get the pin, he better get it right now. Taking Kevin Nash off his feet. And this is where he needs to keep him. As Nash keeps trying to get up, but Tyshaun Prince laying the forearm into the side of the head.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the side of the elbow too, Joe, hit him with that bone.
And Kevin Nash able to get to his feet, but right now Tyshaun is looking good.
Ooh, wow.
And down he goes once again, the big forearm, a guy 360 pounds, laying it into Kevin Nash. 1, 2.
He almost got him, but he did not.
And once again, Tyshaun Prince, he felt the match was over, trying to intimidate the referee, but he's given Nash the opportunity to get back to his feet.
That's one thing Tyshaun's always done. He's always been a bully to these officials. Ooh, and a big elbow by Kevin. Ooh, and a big forearm.
And Kevin Nash is now firing away at the big man, the FSW Heavyweight Champion. Whipping to the rope, and he follows him with the big clothesline.
And Kevin Nash is back on the offense now.
And he's got him up, and look at this, the power.
Wow.
The huge side slam. 1, 2.
No, he didn't get him. Wow.
We may have had a new heavyweight champion, and his name would have been Kevin Nash. Whipping to the rope.
I think that was Paul Lee that rang the bell, and he hit him with a big boot.
A big boot by Kevin Nash, and right now, it looks like he's pulling off the straps.
He's going to go for the big power bomb, Joe.
And it looks like Sally, he is calling in the reinforcements.
Wait, what's going on here?
And the Dynasty is attacking. Sugar Brown, Saiku, and the Commandos, they are all going after Kevin Nash. And it looks like the bell has rung.
I guess so.
And they are firing away as Kevin Nash is now getting the boots.
Here's some reinforcements.
The Reno Scum. There's Willie Mack. There's a super kick. Alcatraz. And they are clearing house on the Dynasty. And out goes Tyshaun Prince.
And then they still got two of the guys in the ring for the Dynasty. And Saiku and Sugar Brown.
And it looks like Kevin Nash is getting to his feet as Remy Marcel's got Sugar Brown. Oh, and there is the big boot as Sugar Brown goes down.
Oh, what are we going to see here? Poor Saiku.
An early Christmas present.
Boom!
And look at this, the crowd on its feet. And there it is, the jackknife power bomb. And Saiku is down. And he's getting carried out by Tyshaun Prince. And there they are, Remy Marcel, the Reno Scum, Willie Mack, and Alcatraz making the save on Kevin Nash, who looked like he may have walked away as the heavyweight champion, and Sally had none of it.
Well, we might have to bring in Kevin Nash back in here and settle this at some point with in a steel cage match or a lumberjack match and keep the outside interference out of this thing, Joe.
No doubt about it. That there he is, Kevin Nash, wrapping things up here when stars collide. Joe DeFalco, Disco Inferno. Thanks for watching.